All right. So let me know when you're all set.
Good to go.
Okie dokie. And it would help if I could set. All right. No, I just got the hiccup, so hopefully that doesn't disrupt us too much. 1 second. I heard a thing about you holding your breath and like swallowing 3 times while you're hiccuping, so to prevent hiccups. So I'm going to try that real quick.
Okay, good luck.
Okay. Okay, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right.
Did it work?
Maybe. Let's see. Earlier today, you continued your journey through the caverns to find the lost members of your factions. This time you took 2 others along with your usual group, Kairi, the Seeker Ghoul, and Roke, the Mercenary. On your way back through the Drake Wasp area of the caverns, you found that they all had been killed by the pit monster that Mundor, the Mercenary, summoned, and you helped yourselves to some of the strange insectoid reptilian remains. You then found evidence that somebody had attempted and failed to bind some kind of infernal creature in the caverns. And with Kairi's ability to speak with the dead, you learned that the attempt was made nearly a week ago. It wasn't long before you found Mundor near the slimy remains of the dead pit monster. He told you that the original group was separated in an acidic portion of the caverns by some kind of unseen terror. He believes that one of the sacred tribespeople, the dwarf named Grows in Good Soil, was carried by the water into the southern pass. You found a way to descend the waterfall to continue your search and discovered an encampment that was clearly made by a group of sentient folk. While investigating the area, you were attacked by a belch beast and several primitive frog-like humanoids, but you managed to survive. While treating your wounds and resting for a moment in the encampment you found, Osint discovered a crumpled letter. Whoever made camp here was sent to retrieve some kind of bear from the caves. You're now taking just a moment to rest before continuing your search. The missing persons are as follows: Grows in Good Soil, Looks to the Moon, Flies with the Raven, and Amir Cephas. Luminous, you always get excited when there's a short break, because even in the midst of bloody battles, your mind can't help but try to figure out the Argean tablet. You have a short moment to rest. Would you like to take a look at the tablet once more?
Yes.
All right. So choose one single square on the reference sheet tablet thing. Just one single square. And just tell me which square you want to have a letter revealed in.
Give me the very first letter.
First of the very first letter. All right. Now, you have enough time to guess one word. For every correct guess, you will get one more guess.
What 3-letter word that starts with an M?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of that too. Oh,
Do I have a dictionary of any sorts?
I got it.
Yeah, you can help. You can help if you want.
It's probably May, M-A-Y. May the blank between the children of the blank tighten.
I like it. Let's go with it. May.
Okay. You have one more guess.
Huge for the program. God, the gods of the blank. Blank E-E. Is the word before everlasting B?
You have one more guess.
Yeah, so what do you think the word is? The 3-letter word with 2 E's is? Above everlasting.
C.
The gods of the sea. See what?
Children of the gods of the.
I mean, like I thought it was C, but I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
Unless there's like SEA, but it's not. P. Yeah, let's.
Did you say P?
Sorry, hold on.
I'm currently looking.
The gods of the P.
I have no idea. We'll go with. I don't think it's the right. Let's go with C.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right.
Let's just wasn't sure.
So, back to this. Okay. Oops, I'll put this here so I can see. Okay. So you put away the little charcoal rubbing thing you've been working on and decide that this is not getting any more right now. Oh, so as you are pacing around in these caverns, looking around at all these things, you find a small little book sitting out from underneath one of the cots near here. Looks like a hand-written journal of sorts as you pick this up, and it lists different kinds of materials on the island and notes about their uses. As you flip through the pages, you find a lot of information with no particular use to anyone other than perhaps a chef. Details about the flavors of strange leaves, fruits, and fungi found within the jungle, each including sketches. However, you also find a sketch of something familiar to you, a shard of violet crystal. The information here seems to be theory at best, but the author has a strong inclination that the crystal is capable of something incredible. Tell me what this author has written.
Oh, I get to decide what the crystal does? And these are the crystals that we found in that other cave.
Yeah, you took one, and Born of the Thunder took one. Born of Silver is a Baron's character.
This crystal seems to have properties that allow those who have the use of magic to amplify said magic above normal means, especially in regards to the darkness and the fog that is perpetuating itself on the islands. Not to a, you say theory, so not to like a magnificent extent, but it helps in incantations and potions that would otherwise be pretty impotent comparatively.
Okay. Yeah, so you look through whoever wrote this seems to indicate that all the things that you said are their guess at what it does, and the way they have determined this is not written down. It's essentially said that through some experimentation and some theory about its construction and some of the things they could sense magically with it, that's their best guess. The connection to the darkness of the island and the fog of the island is something that has a little bit more detail about why it's guessed that way, and it has to do with a certain style of magic that works specifically with obscurity of all forms. Something that a lot of assassins and roguish people over time that have adopted magic have chosen to use throughout history. Essentially a complete magical study branching off of more fundamental studies of magic that has been used as part of that profession for years. All right. Okay, very good.
I try to sharpen my scythe on it like a whetstone.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, you do this and you find that it doesn't really do anything. The scythe is a lot denser, stronger than this. It just puts a little scratch in the crystal.
Okay, just testing it.
Yeah. All right. So as you have a little time here, since we're still waiting on Killen, I will have as you look around and look over southways, you see that Kairi is eating one of the frog people, and she's just sort of uh, down on the ground there, with it in her hands, coming up, getting the innards especially. And then as she stops that, she looks over. There's just all sorts of blood and bile on her face, and as she looks at you, Osen, she says, "What? Nothing you haven't seen before." And you know that this is one of the ways that she restores her energy.
By eating, like, carcasses?
Eating carrion, yeah, and dead things.
Okay. She's like a scavenger.
Mm-hmm. Mundor, in the meanwhile, he's sort of polishing, he's taking care of this flintlock pistol that you see he's been working with that is definitely made of some sort of shimmery, it's got like almost a violet hue to it, but it is definitely a sort of black silver, iridescent black silver violet metal that this thing is made with. And you saw earlier that when he was shooting it, it seemed to shoot bolts of fire with a trail of shadow on them. Rope, in the meantime, he's been looking around. He's just poking around at some stuff. He's taking a stick that he found here and he's poking at things just to make sure that there are no snakes or other things like that here. Is there anything that you guys would like to be doing while you wait and rest for a little bit?
We're basically still trying to figure out a way out of these caves, right? And is also find the rest of the party that was lost when we found Mundor?
Yeah, so your Mundor's theory is that they all got separated in the caverns when the whole group went together when they were scouting, and his theory is that the only person that he knows should be this way is the dwarf from the Titanians named Grows in Good Soil, who he thinks is most likely splashed in the water, maybe hit his head or something, and just sort of floated downstream. And so there is one other direction the stream is going here that he's sort of thinking that's the most likely place if that's indeed what happened.
Still going south down here.
Yeah.
I guess I look to the rest of the group and say, what are the chances that we can take on that Goliath of a frog creature that we saw that retreated earlier versus us following the river when some of us might not be able to swim?
Bro, if it's only it, I think we have a chance. If it has any more of those little creatures as well, it may be tough, but I think it's doable.
Well, mate, I think we just about took all these things out. Can't imagine any more of them coming out here. As long as that thing doesn't belch at us again and bring the whole place tumbling down.
Bro, no cap.
What is the likelihood that Grows in Good Soil got past this creature and went the same direction?
And Roke says, well, there's one way to find out for sure. Cut that thing open. Check its insides.
One of us was inside of it, correct?
Yeah. Luminous got swallowed by it last time, but when you were in there,
it was dark.
Yeah, it was dark, but as you were squelching around, you didn't feel anything other than the giant bug that you guys threw to it.
Can't confirm.
So,
welcome, Harris.
While still possible that it grows in good soil, it seems unlikely, being that one of us was inside and saw nothing and felt nothing.
Yeah, last time that was sort of what you guys determined, that it wasn't very likely. Yeah. Harris, are you good to go? Or you need a moment?
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
Luminous has covered me up, so right. I can't move.
Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm just trying to get into Owlbear real quick. I can't find the link to it.
It should be in the reference sheet at the very top. It's a big green thing.
Also posted it in chat again.
Oh yeah, thank you. And then once you're in, I'll read a little thing to you. Basically, what's happened so far is they got one more word on the tablet, and Osint found a sort of catalog, a handwritten diary by whoever was here before that catalogs different uses, mostly for flavor of different things in the jungle that they found, but also a description of what the person theorizes that purple crystal is capable of, which would be an empowerment of certain kinds of magical abilities.
An enhancement crystal, if you will.
All right. So,
where was that found?
Back when you guys found those crystal caves and Osint and
gotcha.
But he found a diary that potentially tells where that.
Okay. Gotcha.
What that is. But now that you're here, Killen, you're now a champion of Titania. And while the honor of this designation is undeniable, you are more concerned with finding your people, especially Flies with the Raven. Your hoofs echo with a light clopping sound as you pace around the cavern. The stream continues its flow southward, and if Mundor's theory is correct, your companion might have been carried with it. However, the water is deep and the way dark ahead. Grows in good soil, may have been carried with a stream, but it is worth potentially finding more creatures lurking. Is that worth potentially finding more creatures lurking in the depths? As you consider what to do, you take note of something. There is a banner here among the belongings of the group that claimed this part of the cave. It's quite distinct. So, starting with Killen, tell me one notable detail about this banner's appearance. This can be about the emblems, the heraldry, whatever it is. The color, etc.
And it was found among the kind of camp here in this
Yeah, it's something
area.
that you notice now. It's kind of a prominent banner that you hadn't paid attention to before. Think carefully about the way you answer this.
There's so many ways to go about this.
The rest of you are also going to give me one detail after Harris does.
Okay.
A banner that I recognize? Or
not necessarily that you recognize. Okay. I just want you to tell me a notable detail about its appearance.
It is... It is a bright emerald green color.
Okay, very good. Now, Luminous, he notices another notable detail about this banner's appearance. What is it?
It has this unique hog-like creature on it.
Okay. Hog-like creature on it. And Osint, you notice another detail about this banner.
Though it looks tattered and worn, it also looks as if it indicated some sort of royalty, at least in the past. The threads and the material indicate high status. At least it used to.
All right. So you've got this bright emerald green banner that does have some sort of gold threading throughout it. And upon closer inspection, it looks like this might actually be a genuine type of gold thread that is made from the mineral gold in some way. The nature of which is it's so I was going to say luminous. It's so lustrous that you're wondering how this could possibly be, but it does have this hog-like creature on it. But creature being the operative word here, because this is not just the head of a boar here. And I want Killen, I want you to tell me why this thing is not just any simple boar. What is unique about this that sets it apart?
It has instead of the hooves of a boar, it's got like lion paws and claws and a shaggy mane kind of look, like a lion's mane.
I was really hoping you'd say human smile.
I hadn't even thought of that, but I really like this answer. Okay, let's see if how that impacts the lore of this world later on for you guys. Okay, so you guys are all in here, and you know that the theory right now is that at least Grosenwood soil has been carried down with the stream, but you know that almost everybody else, actually everybody else, seems like they got separated at the acidic caverns that you've already sort of seen the edge of. What do you guys want to do?
How deep's the water?
It gets deeper here than it has been anywhere else you've been.
Is the water rushing really quickly, or is it pretty?
It's not super quick. The further it goes, it's quick right at the level of the waterfall, and then it just sort of eases out as it it sort of goes here, and it seems like it finds some sort of small little holes to go through. So it's getting a lot of its momentum going this way, and it does slow down, but it is deep.
I could go ahead down the stream and check out what lies beyond before we take an entire party down there.
I'll go with you. My character. How far of a drop is it?
I was just gonna fly, but
I'm going in the water.
So Luminous, you can jump down like 10 feet.
I'm dropping in, and I'm going to use my environmental adaptation to breathe underwater.
Okay, very good.
Okay, nice.
Killen, you are at a little bit of a disadvantage as they're doing this with your body type. Do you want to do anything in particular, or are you letting them scout ahead for now?
I'm letting them scout ahead for now. I'm going to continue to kind of look around this camp and snoop around and maybe figure out more of the people that were here, how long ago they might have left, things like that.
Okay. Let me bring up my notepad real quick. I forgot to get this earlier. I used this to track certain things.
The big question is Luminous's fiery head of hair still active underwater?
I was about to ask about his fire nature and him going.
If he wants it to be, because it is Jinn fire is more of a magical fire.
Hey, it's dark down there too. I got to be able to see what I'm looking at underwater.
Yeah. So, Osen, you fly ahead. Sorry, I just grabbed you. I was trying to grab Luminous. You fly ahead and go through. You find some bats that fly out as you're going this way, and I'm gonna find the way to cut the fog here. This is what you see at this point.
It's a dinosaur.
And Luminous, you go down under, and you don't see really any fish or anything under here. It's just moving water. You find slight purchase against the very slick rocks as you're going forward, shifting through under here. You do find like little spears like those of the frogs people that have fallen in here and just rusted over time. It looks like in a few spots, covered up in some of the very thin layer of muddy dirt at the bottom that you're sort of sifting up as you go by it. You guys get in here, Osin and Luminous. Yeah, you guys have it. Which way do you go?
I try to see which way the flow of the water is strongest and follow that.
Southwards for both directions here. It seems to be going southwards primarily in terms of its intensity.
So both of these are like equally intense.
Yeah.
These ways. Okay.
Yep.
I take the path of what I think is the path of least resistance and go this way.
All right. And Luminous, which way do you go?
I guess I go the other way.
All right. You guys meet on the other side. You can see his light underneath.
Yep.
And you see at the edge of this area here, which I'll reveal a little more of, there is the dwarf that you saw before. He is stuck up against the rock here, completely still, just his eyes closed, looking toward the ceiling. He's not moving.
I check for any kind of vital signs, a pulse.
You do
remember, necromancy is just healers. Necromancy is just healers that don't give up.
You think that this guy is still alive, but he's not moving. You don't really see his chest moving very much.
And I give him one of my healing stars.
Okay.
I have 4 remaining.
You just sort of pop this thing off of your head and throw it onto him, and and you see all this water rush out of his mouth as he coughs and sputters. He looks over at the both of you.
How are you feeling?
Same, fam, same.
You should be a little smaller. There we go.
Are you... Have you been unconscious this whole time down here?
Looks around.
Okay.
Are you wounded?
Let's get you back to the others, since we don't know what else could be lurking here. Are you opposed to being carried, or would you like to be on my back?
He looks like he's trying to move forward to go on, and he immediately just sort of falls over and clutches his chest and holds his finger up.
Respectfully, may I carry you?
And he sputters and nods.
Okay.
He's pretty stout.
Yeah.
And as you try to pick him up, to do this successfully, you'll need to make a body roll to get back.
Okay. That's a 6.
Okay. You muster up a lot of strength and are able to do this. And Luminous, as you are you going back with him, or are you staying here? What are you doing?
No, I'm going with him.
All right. You guys manage to get him back, and Killen, to your relief, you see.
Yeah, I just kind of set him down
back
next to Killen.
Grows in good soil. Lands there with a grunt, and then sees you. Killen, what do you do?
I go up to him and I guess he's a dwarf, so hugging him would be awkward. But I reach down to clasp his hand.
He grabs it.
And say, "It's good to see you, brother. We feared the worst."
He says, would you understand to mean that they got separated in the acidic pits where there was some sort of creature that nobody could exactly see, but it really terrified everybody, and the others ran southwards while he and Mundor went northwards and ended up in that situation with the Drake Wasps and the pit monster after a while, and something else was lurking, and he thinks it might have been the same thing.
I say, oh, yes.
But you've heard him talk for a while. You understand his language.
I translate for everybody.
Yeah.
That's what I heard as well, yes.
So does that mean no one else in the party came this direction? All right. Then I think we need to head back.
All right. While they were gone for that brief little amount of time, Killen, as you were looking around and trying to determine anything about what was here, make a mind roll, and I'll tell you what you determined about whoever was here.
Is that thing stuck?
I didn't see her.
No, I rolled on Owlbear.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't have one come up.
It's sitting there just like rocking back and forth between three of them.
Yeah, you can roll it again.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
1. Okay.
You didn't really determine anything here
I'm not a smart man.
Unless you wanted to re-roll that with the point.
Yeah, let me do that. That's a mind point, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I'll do that with the 1 mind point that I have. It's a 1 again. So.
Okay. All right. So
your mind.
Don't determine.
You actually took it. You just slept the entire time.
Your mind actually gets advantage attack against you.
You think this might have been a circus? All right. So, are you guys prepared to go back the way you came, using the sort of levy system that you devised to get Killen back up?
We're gonna try. That's for sure.
All right. Yeah. So I'll just.
I'm actively not thrilled about this.
So, Killen, you have ropes tied around you. You remember in Jurassic Park when they released the cow and they tried to get the cow into the enclosure, where that's what's happening to you, but in reverse. Absolutely. Oh yeah, that is the goat. Yeah, that was the goat.
Grows in good soil is laughing at me.
All right, so you guys go up there, and there we go. I'm gonna put your little people in a group here so that I can.
It's gonna eat the goat
at the same time. All right. So, any specific area you guys want to go to, and we can fast travel you to it?
I think we want to be right outside of the
wasp area.
The wasp area? You don't want to fast travel past the wasp area? You just
no,
offer it.
I was meaning like back to the main area.
Correct.
What's that?
They got separated the acid pits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they ran out, and some went south, and they went north.
That's what growing good soil grunted at you.
All right.
There you go.
Cool.
That's what I was meaning to clarify.
Yeah. All right. And I'll grab Killen and put him over there. There we go. All right.
We use a portal that we unlocked by beating a boss in one of the areas of the dungeon. Yeah, exactly.
All right. So you don't know what's in there except for the glow of this sort of glowing green acid pit, and apparently something caused a disturbance so great that they all ended up fleeing.
I believe you said there was also claw marks on this.
There were huge claw marks on that middle pillar. Yeah.
So I asked Grows in Good Soil If they went south out of the... I'm sorry. Let me just back up. The acid pits connect to the wasp spring. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So they fled out of that room. They didn't go back into the main cave.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. Sorry, I misunderstood that.
No, no worries. All right. What would you guys like to do here?
I mean, I think that it'd be best to kind of shimmy past this and quietly try and check it out.
All right. Are you trying to? You said quietly. Are you trying to do this like sneaking, or are you doing it in some other means?
Well, my man just told us there's a possibly invisible monster in here, so I'm going to be as sneaky as I can.
All right. I'll have you make a body roll to see how effective you are.
I'd be a 3.
I got a 6. Ooh, Osen. But he's flying. Does he really make noise when he's flying?
Yeah, he's not an owl person, so he's gonna make some noise unless.
I make a whooshing sound with my large wings.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna use a body point reroll that one.
Yeah, if you want to do this without penalty, Osen, the for sneaking, the ground would be the way to go.
Okay. I feel like it's cheating to reroll.
I don't even know what you rolled.
It was a 1.
Gotcha.
Also, I didn't specify if I was flying or on the ground.
Yeah.
So I didn't
letting you know
fly the
however you
whole
want.
way.
Yeah. But yeah, you can. Are you gonna? Is anybody re-rolling their die?
I guess I'll use a body point to reroll. Unless, Killen, did you fail your second one?
I got a 3 again. Yeah.
Okay. 3 noted.
Okay, I guess I'll reroll. I got a 4.
All right. You guys find this sort of staircase over in this direction and start climbing it. I'm gonna roll a thing for your companions real quick as a group. Gonna do the best of 3.
Can we leave them out there so they don't make noise?
Do you want to do that instead?
Well, I think Rose and Good Soil could use a rest.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want everybody to wait out there?
Who else out there now?
You've got Mundor, Roke, Kairi, and Rose and Good Soil.
It's more XP for us boys.
And they'll be able to watch and listen to see if anything goes wrong as well.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, as long as they can hear us.
Wise.
Right. Yeah, you guys managed to get up here and get about to this point, and you can be right around him. And I would like you guys, each with penalty, to roll a just a mind check.
I'm gonna use
Okay, Osen's was a 4 for the mind.
I'm gonna use a skill point.
I got a 2.
I got a 1.
Osen,
What?
you see that way over on the pillar area. You barely see him because he's so small, but the Spriggan that belongs to the Titanians is over there, and he looks like he's wounded, and he's laying on this spire out in the middle.
I motion to the others and say, "There," or whisper, "There," and point to, looks to the moon.
You see, looks to the moon, wounded on a spire out here in the middle, laying against it, and he's breathing. He's holding his side, but he seems to see all of you.
Osen, can you get to him?
And he says, and he looks at you, and he waves, and he's frantically waving his arms quietly. And
Killen waves back.
And he does.
Okay. I acknowledge that.
I assume since I rolled a 1, I'm looking the wrong way. I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to be looking.
I'm
Yeah.
scanning.
So I'm looking at the wall behind us currently.
I'm scanning the area around him, seeing if I see anything.
You can make another roll if you want.
Okay. It's 5.
Yeah, I'm looking around as well.
Okay.
I guess I will as well.
5.
I got a 6.
Okay. What was Osen's?
5.
Okay.
5.
So Luminous, you were the only person to notice that there seems to be, there's this acidic pool all over the place. It's bubbling, but these little bubbles are sort of popping and fading, and it's very viscous and goopy. And they're not popping quickly; they're sort of just popping and melting away. But there is one in particular, right in this area, that just seems like a mound that's not moving. It's just exactly the same size. It's a little bigger than the others, and it's just keeping completely still.
I motion to the others what I see in the distance.
You all share this knowledge.
Is this like an alligator back in the water kind of look?
Kind of, but it's exact same color as all of this stuff.
How far is the drop?
From where you guys are.
From where we're at to like the land between the acid pools.
So this would have been from here.
Right.
15,
here.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. You're about 50 feet up.
So I assume we need to go this way over here.
Oh, you see that right here, Kyle and everybody. There's just a stone wall right here on this side, but to the south of you, there seems to be more passage. This is what you see from where you are.
So you can't go down, like right in this area?
Oh yeah, you can definitely go that way and do that. I was just showing you that there's a wall of stone I wanted to make you guys aware of. So right at the edge, that is the border of that. But yeah, you could go down that way and get at least a better vantage point of looks to the moon.
I think I will go that way because I know if there's something right over here on the other side, I want to be on the opposite side of this thing in the middle.
All right.
And
for the nature of what we're doing here, then I'm going to ask you each independently to tell me what you're doing. Keep in mind your movement speed right now. So Luminous, you're trying to get closer to that side?
Yeah.
All right, you jump up on this rock, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Am I allowed to use any of my actions
yeah.
that I have on my thing? Can I also use my teleporting ability to travel 15 additional feet at no cost to my so.
Okay. So do you want to spend all your entire turn in movement plus
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
So you get 15 and then the extra 15 feet. 5, 10. All right, cool. And Osen and Killen, what do you do?
I would like to fly down. Can I get to here?
Yeah, if you're in light armor, 45 feet should be good. Yeah. Okay. You land there, and you see as some of this stuff is bubbling up and popping. You're watching it sort of threaten to corrode this over a very long period of time, but you're careful not to get splashed. And so that's your movement. Did you want to use an action?
Yes. I don't know if I can. I'm just out of range here.
Well, tell me what it is and I'll tell you.
So I want to use my shadow meld with my dark stag cloak and like teleport to him, like shadow him in the cloak and invisibility.
How far does it say you can teleport?
30.
And show me, let's see, 30 feet from there.
Use 30.
So you can try to teleport 30 feet to a sort of shadowy crevice there, but you realize that all of this, he's found like a little bit of purchase. He's on a slope. And if you're going to get onto the same area, you will be at risk of slipping off of these rocks as well. So that's something to be considered.
I'm fine with that only because I can fly.
Yeah. So if you want to do it up to 30 feet from here, you can use your shadow meld.
Okay. Yeah, I want to try to get to him.
All right. So you can shadow meld into that spot. And use make a body roll real quick as you
5
go over. You barely slip a little, but you hold on, and you didn't flap your wings or anything for this. You're just sort of holding on. You're gripping it's part of the crack between rocks here that provided the shadow you needed to do this, and you are holding on.
While he's doing that,
Yes.
I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to ready some cover fire in case that thing wakes up.
Okay, great. All right, so you're just getting ready with cover fire. This is your turn right now. If you want to do that, when you want to use that as basically like it's ready for as soon as something happens.
I've readied an
Absolutely.
action. I know that's not necessarily.
No, yeah, that works perfectly.
But
That's fine. Okay, let's go back to Luminous. What do you do? Well, I make a roll, by the way, of something.
I guess I'm still trying to move towards them.
Okay, noted. Okay.
That does not sound good in our favor.
All right.
I mean, if he's there, if Osen's there, I probably go back this way because there's no need for me to go over here.
All right, so you can essentially move up to 30, 45 plus. You can essentially move up to 60 feet as you want right now.
How far down is it to go down here?
How far down?
Like down.
Oh,
down in that area. Yeah.
So from where you are, there's like a space you can climb down that's like
Okay.
20 feet, and then it's sort of this rocky wall here.
Okay.
And then you could be on that flat surface, yeah. All right.
Yeah, I guess I'll just go. Yeah, I'll just go down there.
All right.
And I can move 60 feet?
Yeah, you should be able to get there. No problem. Okay.
How far is that? 5.
Yeah, that'll work.
I'll stop right there.
Yeah, because it took a little bit of moment with the climbing to get down. All right. Osint, you're very close to looks of the moon.
How tall is this? How high up is this area?
That's just about 10 more feet up from you at this point.
Okay, well, I'm definitely moving to that, but how high up are we once we're up here?
So, up above the lava pit, 5, 10, 15, 20. From that, in that particular lava pit, you're about 20 to 25 feet above it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, wait, no, that's not how you do it. You're about 15 feet off the, I said lava, but the acid pit.
Yeah.
15 feet off the acid pit.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna scoop him up.
All right.
And is he like really injured?
He's pressing two of his fingers into his side, like he got hit by some kind of projectile or something, and he's stopping the bleeding by putting his fingers into his side. And as you kind of grab him, he tugs on your collar for a moment, and he's trying to say something.
I lean in very closely so that he can whisper.
He says, gotta remember what voice I did for him when he was tiny.
He says, "Gotcha, sucker," and kills me.
In a Chucky voice, yeah. He says, tell me, I know this won't make sense, but you have to tell me the worst thing you have ever done right now. It's the only way it can't get you.
I have perceptive, so want to make sure. No, I'm sorry, peerless insights. I'd like to just see if he's like crazy or if he's like just telling me the truth or what's going on.
How peerless insight works.
What's his name again?
This is
looks to the moon. Roll with edge.
Because it even looks to the moon.
Right. Roll with edge when trying to determine whether a character is being honest with you. Other characters roll with penalty when trying to deceive you.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead and roll that twice.
Cool. So 2 1s, but also if he is trying to deceive me, he would have to make a roll.
Yeah,
I guess would be a good other indication.
I have to roll anyway to tell you, even if I'm trying to hide this.
Yep.
But Osen would know. But Osen would know.
So either this roll actually matters, or this is not at all.
How dare you? Well, you rolled a 1 with penalty, and so if you're trying to perceive me, it would be a bad lie.
You don't know whether he is lying or not, but he seems sincere. But you also don't. This doesn't make sense to you. What does that even mean? And he says, "Your sins. It knows your sins."
Don't like that.
All right. So, Killen, are you doing the same thing?
Yeah. I'm assuming I can't hear the conversation, correct?
No.
Hopefully not if he's whispering.
Yeah. Fair assumption. Yeah, I'm just standing here at the ready, just waiting for them to move or that thing to wake up.
All right, so Luminous, what do you do?
I guess I keep getting closer because I don't know what else to do.
Okay.
Standing still is an option.
I hold my turn.
Where's the fun in that?
Hey, actually, Luminous, read me really quickly. Read me the way environmental adaptation works.
I can't believe I rolled
At
2 1s.
At any given moment, you can choose whether you can breathe in water, endure extreme heat, endure extreme cold, or breathe in toxic air. You may only have one of these active at a time.
Okay.
As a result of using his trait.
Okay, thank you.
Were you gonna make acid shoot in my face and see how I responded to it?
You're just gonna pass out because you're
science.
I just wanted to see if I had written anything about acid because I didn't think I had, but I wanted to make sure.
It just says any type of environment.
Yeah, toxic fumes aren't really the same thing in that one, but okay, cool.
I guess I read it more as like it's like an example of some of the stuff you can do versus like what you can actually do.
Yeah, that's true. But the let me think about something. Okay, yeah, if you want to test how it might interact with acid, you're free to.
I don't want to if I don't have to, but
yeah, but you're trying to move closer here.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, and this is sort of a climb, so essentially it's double. Like if you're going 5, it would count as.
I'm just gonna teleport 15 feet.
Okay, there you go. That's fair enough. And as you get to that point, you realize too that there's a lot of slickness here, and I need you to make a body roll. 4. All right, you're good. So Killen's doing the same thing. He's just watching, especially that bubble. And Luminous. I mean, not Luminous. Luminous's name tag is over that thing. Osen.
Okay, so is Luminous like within whisper earshot now?
You can test it.
I could have kept. We'll wait.
Eileen,
use hand signals.
Yeah.
Can you? No, yeah, you don't have any direct line thing that I remember.
I've got the perfect gift for tonight.
This is what I get for not putting on the telepathy, being able to talk to somebody without speaking one, because that's a Jinn thing apparently from like a.
It'll be useful.
I hate myself.
With zero indication that he's lying to me still, and the fact that he's basically dying up here and I have no other choice, I lean in close and whisper, well, who am I telling? Am I telling him my sins or the...
He doesn't say, but he looks like he's wanting... You're getting the impression based on his body language and everything that he's asking you to tell him.
Oh boy.
Do we need to leave the room momentarily?
No, you already know this. Basically. Player knowledge, you know this. I lean in and I say, I made a deal for my life with someone some consider the devil.
Good. Now listen. I killed my sister. Not because I wanted to, because I had to. Now we know. We need to know what theirs is, or this thing is gonna get on our heads.
I look over toward Luminous. Is he just hanging on the rock?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do in this situation.
Throw me!
What is that movie?
Toss me.
Throw me! No, I was thinking The Incredibles.
Oh.
When he throws his wife like up into the air.
Throw me.
All right, see.
I can't. I'll hit the baby. Throw me.
Wow, what a good movie.
It's my kid's favorite right now.
It's so good. It's a good favorite. Without knowing really what's going on, I kind of scoop him up and I make eye contact with Luminous and make sure he's looking at me.
Luminous, you see this.
Luminous is staring off in the other direction.
And I kind of toss him underhandedly at Luminous, hoping he catches him.
All right, Luminous, I need you to make a body roll.
Please catch this poor little thing.
Dude,
Can you imagine if it misses and he just goes
Right.
straight into the
He's
ass?
so angry.
He is one of the boys.
I'm gonna use my my body roll
Cool.
because I rolled
Why
a
are
1.
we insistent on killing all of my friends?
I got a 5. Is that enough?
Okay. Whoops, wrong person. Hold on.
Is 5 enough?
I yeet myself over at Luminous.
You catch him.
And he says, tell me your sins.
Essentially,
That's the only thing. Oh, no context. You just hear, tell me your sins.
that's exactly what happens. Luminous, it says,
Tell me the worst thing you've ever done, and hurry.
Can I roll to perceive if he's telling the truth or not?
Very
He's got to lead
untrustworthy.
with, I killed my sister. Tell me what you did.
I got a 6. I got a 6.
okay. Yeah, he is completely sincere. He is terrified.
Tell us your sins, Luminous.
The gold you see on me, I actually dye it.
What did you just say?
That is such like a bro sin to like fake fashion.
All right. Okay.
I don't know. I panicked. I panicked.
These Jordans aren't real.
This is in your
All right,
mind
I'm
the
gonna-
worst thing
Luminous-
you've ever done.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll a die. If
Oh
it's
no.
if it's 4 through 6, that is legitimately one of your greatest regrets. If it's 1 through 3, you have another far greater regret that you just did not want to share.
Okay.
Okay. So
Can I get a
Noted.
reroll on that?
no. So this the nature of this, I'm gonna let you choose whether you share it or not, but it has to do with your academic career
Mm.
and
Does he feel
And
something
what-
like happening to him because he like lied?
no, you don't feel like nothing is happening here.
Okay.
But that's what I'm gonna say. If you want me to decide, I will. We're not gonna talk about it right now, but it is related to that. And
I mean, we can.
somebody's life was absolutely ruined as a result of this.
Sorry, what?
Somebody's life was ruined in totality as a result of this decision.
Was it my life?
And I'm
That's why I'm
going,
here.
and it's not yours. It's not yours.
I mean, I guess I'll share it. I don't
Okay,
know what it
go ahead.
is.
Oh, you wanna go ahead and just be like, hold on, actually, and share it
Yeah.
with them? Okay.
Yeah,
So
actually,
in that case, if you want to give the details, you can.
you says it semi ruined their life.
Yeah, a decision you made while in academia ruined somebody's life.
Tell
And
me
it was
your
a selfish-
real
a selfish-
sins.
It was a selfish decision.
It was my first year in school, trying to become an archaeologist, and we had a chance to go on a dig. And while we were there, I had the opportunity, along with one of my fellow students, who I did at the time care for deeply. I still care for them now. And being the person I am, I wanted to go get a little closer than everybody else. They followed along with me. And in doing so, they fell 50 feet. And now can't move at all.
Wow. Okay. So you
It's-
paralyzed
Mhm.
forevermore. Got
Yeah.
it. All right, and you know then the nature of it, even healing magic of various sorts has never been able to work, based on some of the nature of the site itself and the things that they did. There are some magics that prevent other kinds of magics from working, and something about the archaeological dig in this case had that impact. The thing you guys were at. All right. So you share that.
This, okay. I already shared with him. So I don't think I have to share it again, but I'm going to just to be safe. I killed my sister. Now you know. I need you to get me over there to cracks the cold one.
I mean, I guess am I allowed to move with him?
Yeah.
I can't move my character, but
I guess I just yeet him across the acid.
Here we go.
I throw him straight into the acid because he killed him.
when you said drop 50 feet, just like this.
Oh man.
Oh, you're a murderer? Yeet.
I'm a serial killer.
I lied again. This was my greatest sin.
How far up is this?
I've yet to commit
that
my greatest
is a
sin.
very, very
Dude, what a
sneaky
cold
sin.
line, dude. That would have been awesome.
You
Right?
can. What was the
Why?
line? I really want to hear it now.
I've yet to commit my greatest sin.
So the way you would have to climb
Dang.
is this way, and there are handholds, but this is a climb. It takes some body rolls.
I'm gonna write that down for a script later.
That's great.
What's your greatest sin? Behold it now.
Behold it now.
I guess I tried to go up it.
All right, so this is an intense body roll.
I am going to use a skill point. I got a 3.
Right, you get like 20 feet up and realize that the amount of effort that it's taking for this is really causing your hands to shake. And you're pretty sure that if you try to continue, you're going to have to put a lot more effort in.
Mm-hmm.
But even going back down at this point, you're not even sure how you would do that without extending some effort.
Yeah.
So you're stuck about 30 feet up.
I was gonna ask my my teleportation ability.
Mhm.
I guess I can't use it with him. It just says you immediately disappear and reappear in the same space that you'd see with him.
No, he could teleport with you. Yeah.
So can I use that
to teleport upwards?
Yes.
Yeah. You would only get, you got 15 feet, so you'd get right up to the ledge where you'd have 5 more feet to go.
I think I need to do that and then hope that Killian can help me with the rest.
All right. So Killian, you see this happening, that he's coming up this treacherous area. So Luminous, you teleport up. You need to make a body roll immediately.
I got a 6.
Okay. And Killian, you see this. He's there. He's about 5 feet down. You need to make another body roll.
Me or him?
Hang on.
Not Killian. Oh yeah, go ahead, Killian. What are you saying?
I still have on me the rope that was used to lower me down earlier.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that to help
me. So I'm going to lower that down for him.
All right. So Luminous, you can go ahead and grab that and go on up. All right. Oh, so Osint, you're out there. You know that you're hesitant to flap your wings from what was discussed earlier, but what would you like to try from here?
I guess I'm gonna try to glide and flap my wings as little as possible to just get in between the pools somewhere.
All right. Yeah, you could glide down to this is sort of equidistant, and you can only sort of go down, so you could get down to like one of these areas or that area.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'll
glide
and like 45
make
feet to here.
Make a body roll for the stealth here.
Let's not get 3 1s in a row. Good grief.
You have any points?
Yeah, I got 1 left. Let's use it. 5.
Nice. All right, you managed to make it there, and you are able to climb up. Since I had a free climb for all this, you can climb up from there. You guys are good.
Okay.
Immediately when you're there, though, looks to the moon, goes over to still holding onto his side with his wound, looks over to Killian, grabs him by one of the horns, and says,
I need you to know that I killed my sister. Not because I wanted to, but because I had to. You know how it is in Titania. But I think I already know one of your biggest regrets, but you need to tell me. Tell me something awful that's happened. Some sin you've committed, or else the worst thing possible will happen to us here.
You know what it is. Do I have to say it now?
So you never specified that Looks to the Moon was with you when I don't. So if he already has this knowledge, if it's pretty public knowledge, the survivors of that trip were you, Flies with the Raven, and Born of the Thunder.
Gotcha. So I'm kind of winging this because outside of that detail, I still actually know what happened.
That's fine.
I have not got much farther than that.
I've yet to commit it. You kick both of them into the acid.
The things we have discussed is that you guys essentially could have potentially saved a larger group, but decided that glory was more important in the moment. And
but Titania is all about not leaving people behind, right?
But not only did that happen, you also didn't kill the creature.
Bruh.
Dude, that's crazy. Does that mean you're a fake?
No, not totally.
Not totally.
Luminous would call you a poser.
We left. We shouldn't have, but we left.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but I need you to tell me exactly what happened, because I don't know how this thing operates, and we have to be as safe as possible.
I want to know how he knows this.
Yeah, right. We were in the Ooh, do I want to do that or not? We were in the village that was being rampaged by that monster. And we took it down, we knocked it out. We thought it was dead. And we got some of the people to safety, but as we turned back, we saw it stirring, and there were people on the other side of it, and we chose to leave instead of finishing the job and saving them.
Yeah, I thought that was it. Okay. We've got to... Hold on.
And as you see him say, "Oh no. And he's pushing into his side like he's trying to stop the bleeding some more, but he sort of falls to the ground off of whoever's holding him at the moment. It's on the ground, and he's breathing really heavily. He says,
Something's wrong.
And then his head sort of snaps around backwards. His body looking forwards. His head snaps backwards around at each of you, and his eyes slowly go back until it's just the white sclera, and his sort of face twists in this terrible grimace as blood pools out of his mouth, and he sort of starts swelling, like his ability to grow starts going up, and he's getting bigger and larger until he is this size, and then he just sort of relaxes altogether and says,
"Well, this has been one of the best little feasts I have had in a long time. Let me tell you."
And
it says, "By the way, you, fiery-headed fellow, I can tell for sure."
his face is backwards from the rest of his head, and he's still just white of his eyes.
You thought I was so sincere, but you are dealing with, I'm sorry to say, not very sorry, somebody that is deceit incarnate. And as this thing bursts out of his flesh, this giant wolf-like creature with sort of this sulfurous stuff on his back and his wings and this fur, and he just smells of sulfur.
Acid.
And he sort of sits there and says, delicious. I loved it. Every moment of it. I cannot wait to come back and do this a little more. Let me leave you with your gifts, and I'll see you another time. In this puff of sulfurous smoke, this thing pops out of there. And in an instant, all of your minds connect, where you immediately hear everything that each one of you said in like this audible train of just nonsense words, and the focal points of that clanging coming out to being each of those secrets that you revealed. And this absolute chaos in your mind swirls around until you realize what each of you said, and it does not sound good for any one of you. But Luminous first, you as you're trying to sort of process everything that just happened and try to sort of move around, your legs aren't moving.
Bruh.
Osen, your you feel your heart beating really quickly, and there's a pain, and the area right there around your chest, you start to feel like a pressure, and out of the area right in your chest or your heart there, it's like a piercing pain coming out of your skin from inside. And all in that spot, right on that spot of you, there are barbs just growing out from your flesh until they are piercing through the jerkin and everything else you're wearing right there. And it is not pleasant whatsoever. And Killen, you give me a moment here, let me look at this note.
Should have thrown him in an acid pit when I had a chance.
Should have dropped him. Should have kept that one.
Honestly, I should have.
Killen, you have an overwhelming thought in your head that I'm going to need you to make some rolls against.
Oh no. Oh no. Don't jump off the cliff.
I swear, you make me commit suicide tonight.
You have this understanding all of a sudden. You're the first of anyone to realize that you were just given a terrible option. Everyone else is starting to experience the physical parts of this. You're the first to understand, having nothing physical happen to you right away, that some kind of curse has been put on each of you. And yours is attacking you directly in your head. And it's telling you that if you don't repeat history within the next day, if you choose not to leave somebody behind within the next 24 hours, then your legs will return to how they used to be and worse. When you were born crippled.
as these things are emanating in your heads, Luminous, you realize that you are paralyzed. You have an innate understanding of that, just from the waist down. But if you don't want to be paralyzed forever, you need to take away somebody else's ability to walk. And Osint.
Nah, I'm good.
You feel this pain there, and you realize that if you don't want these barbs to completely consume you, then you need to find a way to bring her here within the next 24 hours. So what do you guys do?
We just go along our merry little way. I look at the others. What? Go ahead.
Nothing.
I look
Well,
at
you said go along your merry little way, and I'm thinking about Luminous not being able to walk, but I'm thinking if I walk right now.
So as this happens,
Killen just leaves Luminous to die.
Your companions come out having apparently seen that, not knowing what's going on with all of you at this point. But Mundor comes out, sees that, and says, "Oh, mate, I knew that there was something going on with your chains in there. I did not expect it to be a deceit devil." This is not good. What did you tell it? No, don't tell me what you told it. Just...
Yeah, I kind of look at Killen and Luminous with the stern face of, we're not telling anybody what we told that thing. And hoping they understand me. Because I'm assuming we can gather by our own understanding of we're all going to have to do something that we don't want to do.
So, with everything we heard, the links that were connected, do we know what each other has to do?
Yes. You don't know what it means necessarily for like Osint. There's some specifics there. You know, Osint's supposed to summon somebody. You don't know who, because it was never really discussed in name.
Yeah.
But the rest of you, just the information that was shared in the secrets to the body of Looks with the Moon, to the moon, and having an understanding that you have to do something to thwart it. You do kind of have that mental connection that happened that sort of bonded you all in those moments, and now it's dissipated. But you do have an understanding of the tragedy of each of these things that you have to do. So potentially that can make it easier, potentially that can make it more difficult.
I don't say a word, and I just start walking out of this area. Past Mundor and Roke.
I walk over and pick up Luminous and throw him on my back. And walk and follow Osint.
Luminous, you can still use your arms and everything above the waist.
Luminous, feeling guilt from what happened the last time, and understanding what needs to be done, doesn't want to go through it again, and tries to tell Killian to leave him, since he knows that's what he has to do. Whether he listens, that's another story, but Luminous' guilt is very overwhelming him at this moment. Does not want to leave. Because he cannot take, he doesn't want to take somebody else's ability to walk.
Killen, your impression was that you're leaving someone to die.
I mean, leaving him here would leave him to die.
Is somebody gonna tell me why nobody's talking here? You've just got compacted to a devil. We need to talk about it.
I continue going with Luminous on my back.
All right. Yeah, Luminous, you can move
It's gonna be
your
a
figure
my
if you want,
guilt's
just
bigger
to
than your guilt situation.
to keep in with wherever Killen is. But
is there a way to link them?
you know, I wondered about that, but I don't think so. But
There's a lock button.
or Killen, you can move both both figures right now. So Roke says, "Oh, that, as far as I can tell, it's good news because that thing just disappeared at least, so we don't got to fight it and clear path down to the others, right?"
I say, yes, there's not much to talk about. It's gone. We have work to do.
Right, so we should get on to finding those other people, shouldn't we? That's what we're in here for.
I look at Killen.
I have to find her. No matter what. No matter what the cost.
Say okay. And I turn around and go the other way.
Who else is left? Are we just looking for her, or is there anyone else left in the party that we don't?
Amir Cephas is a Seeker, and Flies with the Raven is a Titanian. Those are the two you're looking for. Oh yeah, I can mark out one of your guys is dead now on the reference sheet.
I'm gonna take a guess and say it was the one that we found.
It was.
I should have thrown him in the acid pit when I had the chance.
So that was his body just possessed by
The demon.
the demon?
Yeah, a devil.
Or devil.
Okay.
Which are different in most RPGs.
Yeah.
Alright.
I can't drag Luminous's thing, so.
Yeah, 1 second, I'll fix this. Alright, I'll take care of Luminous for you. We'll just assume he's with you guys, and let's grab everybody else. Boom. Bada bing, bada
Can you just connect me with them?
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, they can hold you for a bit. Alright. So, you guys find another cavern down this way. And instead of, there is sort of an acidic nature to this stuff as well, but there's a lot of fumes in the air here. Noticeable and pungent. This is what you see from here. What do you guys do?
Does it seem like we shouldn't be breathing this stuff, I'm assuming?
You're not quite into the fumes yet, but it does give you pause, as if that might be something to be concerned about.
I have nothing to prevent the fumes but my wings, so
I'll try to blast them away.
yeah, I'm just kind of use them as a makeshift fan, just slowly like pushing them away from my face.
Okay, yeah, so you do this and you find they do sort of pass a little bit, but I can let you attempt a body roll to see if you can sort of keep them a pretty good swath of them away.
6.
Yeah, you find kind of exactly the perfect rhythm to give yourself a radius of safety. That's about 20 feet. If you continue with this rhythm, you sort of keep the fumes away from you guys.
Good to see you, man.
Do you want everybody else to be coming along with you in the radius, or?
That's up to them. I'm kind of in my own head right now, just trying to get this part done so we can.
I'm with Osint, so Luminous is gonna be with me. I don't really care about the other people right now either.
All right. Yeah, we'll say everybody's together in that case.
And I would assume my environmental adaptation would make it where I could breathe in this.
You could breathe in here. The issue being
I just can't walk.
Inability to move at this point.
Yeah. I'm gonna run and use the restroom.
All right.
All right.
All right, which way?
And we're walking.
I don't like that nothing is actually being revealed here.
I'm trying to reveal it.
I mean, it's just dark.
Oh, is it?
I'm looking.
Yeah, I don't see anything but blue. Like, it's changing from black to dark blue.
Oh, you should refresh the page.
I'm looking like across
I see
this
you
ravine.
actively changing it. I just don't see any other markings on it.
Did you refresh the page and see if it?
It's refreshing right now.
Yeah.
No, it's still
Interesting. Might have to look at the stream like you did that one time.
I was gonna say this has happened before.
You see a sort of hole, by the way, Osen, over to the side that seems to be some of the source of a lot of these fumes. So there's the chasm there, but then there's a hole over in the grounds northwest of it.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yeah. And there are these sort of they almost look crystalline, but they're mushroom type things around that seem to possibly be emanating some of it as well.
Are they in the book that I found?
That's a good question. Roll just a general roll, and if it's 5 or 6, I will look at that. Okay, yeah. So you know that the book doesn't know what these are. It describes them. It gives you the picture of them that were detailed, but it does describe them as being very toxic fumes they learned as a result of one of their people dying after getting very sick from breathing them, but that they're also incredibly flammable.
The fumes or the mushrooms?
The fumes.
Cool. So is Luminous okay in here? Since it's magical fire?
He's got a magical fire. He's good.
Cool. Just making sure. All right. I keep wandering around this pit here, continuing the path.
Killing, you still can't see it, huh?
Nope, I've got the Twitch up, so I can see.
Flying blind.
All right. All right. Do you want to go which direction? Let me reveal a little more for you so you can see a little more.
Yeah, I'm gonna go this way.
Okay. So you guys get there, and then there's a chasm you can't quite cross without
Do we see anything over here of significance?
No, it looks like there is a very large pod of some kind, and it seems to be different than the mushrooms and other things. There's a few of them over there, but you almost think you see it sort of pulsating slowly.
That looks like bad news. It's not what we're looking for. I turn back. I go the other way.
Okay, you guys. This way.
Man, none of us can walk now. It's Osen.
Right?
So here's another instance where it looks like any passage through here would have to be jumping across stones.
Well, I can fly across, but I'm currently keeping the toxins out of Killen's face. What are the others able to breathe in here, or what's going on with them?
They're just in the radius.
Okay, they're still in the radius. Okay.
Yeah.
Might have to hold their breath for a minute. What now, Killen?
I don't know.
It seems much of this is impassable. At least with the large group. I'm going to...
I shouldn't be affected by this. If I can't be poisoned.
Who's speaking?
Carrie.
Okay.
If I can be of use.
Who is this?
This is Carrie, the ghoul.
Would she be able to get into the... Is this liquid or just more smoke?
It looks more like the acid that you saw before.
Okay, okay.
But it's just the acid plus these sort of fungal spores, mushroom, haze, toxic clouds.
Currently, I'm the only one keeping us from breathing this in, so someone's going to have to go ahead, Carrie.
You, blue guy, you said that you could breathe in here.
Yeah.
If Osint keeps everyone else safe, you and I, you can't walk, but you can teleport, right?
Yeah.
Good point.
We might need two of us. Osint keeps everyone safe. You teleport, holding on to me, across these rocks to the other side, and we can see. Scout ahead.
Yeah, Seth, this is a,
Okay.
All right. So
Check,
she
check,
sort of
check,
brings
check.
you over to the
Seth,
edge right
this
here.
Is a,
and
creation
yeah,
of
with 15 feet
design.
to 15 feet.
It's sort of like D&D. It's very, it's an RPG that he created.
Can get across. And so then she brings you this way, just to scout ahead a little bit. Should we continue?
Sure.
As she's away and can realize that they're all back there, she stops and looks at you and says, "Look at me. I know you can't walk right now. Something happened to me too. I didn't look like this all the time. I was a human, completely different, and I adapted to the circumstances I was in. I've made a lot of bad choices. That's what got me in this mess. But you've got 24 hours of this. What? You remembered something you did. It could be worse. So until you need to think about it later, get through this. Ruminate later. Focus right now."
Luminous doesn't say anything, but I assume that there's like a mutual understanding that he's like, okay.
Right. So she gets you over there, teleport over. And you guys walk right through a very thick portion of this fog. It's even thicker than the rest. And it doesn't affect you because of your adaptation.
Oh, yeah.
The same goes over here. He says, "Should we tell them what we're finding or just go ahead?"
There's not much yet, so I think we just keep going.
So, out of the fog, there is suddenly a door. A large wooden, thick door with an emblem on it that is obviously dwarvish in style. But Luminous, since you're the person here, tell me one part of this insignia, of this emblem, that stands out to you.
You see a dwarf-like figure, like a silhouette of it, in the center of the door.
So it is an actual... Yeah, go ahead.
Hmm?
Was there more? Oh, was that? Okay. So you
It's just like a brown door with a silhouette like carved into it.
Okay. So there's a figure of a dwarf right in the middle of it. And she says, "What do you think? Should we knock?"
I think we should get everybody else over here first. You can go back and let them know, and I will wait here.
All right.
Speak, friend, and enter.
He goes back. Are you doing anything while you wait there?
Can I look at my map?
Yeah.
Or not my map, my the whatever it's called, the puzzle.
The scroll.
Sure. Yeah. You have a
That's
moment of
cool.
time. You want to look at that, try to get your mind off things.
Yeah.
All
Because
right.
if not, I'm just gonna go into depression.
All right. You focus in on this, and you can try to guess one word. If you get it right, you can guess another one. So we're on the reference sheet.
Yeah. Is the very last word future?
Nice.
You have another guess.
Blank EE. Blank EE. Let's see, there's B.
He's on the reference sheet on the puzzle. He's taken a moment to try to figure this out.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what word he was on. Oh, I found it. Gotcha.
P. It might be P, guys. Good.
The
G.
gods of the PP.
C. We already determined it wasn't C. The gods of the blank E. This is a real word, correct?
Yes.
Fee, as in like paying a fee.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that
I
was
don't know if
something
I
was
would-
thinking too.
I don't know if I would go all in on that. The
Let's
fee
see
will
it.
be everlasting.
C could work, but it's a very specific.
They tried C already
Oh,
at
Yeah.
the beginning of this one.
Gotcha.
The children of the gods of the fee will be everlasting. Doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah. blank.
And when
L.
we guessed the letter L, it would have revealed all the L's, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not will. And it's not
E.
Yi, the god of the Yi.
Blank.
The E gods.
Blank. E. Why is this so challenging? I mean, like, I appreciate it, but at the same time,
You might need to think of a different word.
I think you should go with P.
let's go with. I'm gonna go with B.
Kyle,
What?
Wait.
check. Remember the notes I sent you 2 weeks ago.
No, she sent me 2 weeks ago. Where'd you send them to me?
In the I guess it would have been in the chat on the last one, so it's probably not there anymore. I told you what I think the third word is.
Yeah, I forgot what you said.
Peace.
Peace between the children. Yeah.
Let's go with it. Is it peace?
Nice.
You have another guess.
What kind of titan is it? Blank
Have
blank.
you tried?
Oh,
Have you tried Last?
where?
The last
The Children
Titan.
of the Last Titan.
I don't know. Let's try it. Last.
No, wait. You've done L's.
Oh, that's true.
We need a little hangman thing at the bottom.
Which letters have you?
Yeah, you
Which
need to
letters
write
have
down
been?
all the letters that you have
We
revealed.
did have them up here actually, so I think you did. You did STLR. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and you did E.
Yeah. and he gave me E at some point.
Did you do S that way, or was S done a different way?
No, S was done that way.
S was done that way.
Yeah.
All right. In this case, since I forgot something, 1 second. And E was done.
Peace between the children of the.
All right. So I'm giving you a little bit of a benefit here, because apparently I just missed a whole line from that tired time. So the last line look like that. I will add a benefit to you because of my mistake. You can just choose to reveal one letter anywhere.
Be careful.
And I'll reveal all of those letters
Oh, okay.
when you reveal that one.
What's the second letter of the first word on the second to last row at the very bottom?
The second letter here? Right here?
Yeah.
Let me see if there's any others. Nope. Yep. All right.
Is it pursuit?
You have
Mhm.
another.
Nice one.
Good guess.
Well done.
Dedicated to those who lost their lives in the pursuit of a better future.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it better?
You have another guess.
I never would have thought we'd got the bottom before the top one done. What is that? Blank, blank, L, blank. Blank, blank, L, blank.
Is that not Will?
No, because there's not a second L.
Oh, true.
Oh,
Blank,
it could be wilt. It could be like Old English, wilt be everlasting.
You're not wrong.
No.
All right. Here's your other option. I'll either let you. If you take this option, it means you're done with the puzzle for right now. I can just reveal one more letter, but then we're done with the puzzle for the moment. Or you can try to guess a word with the potential to continue guessing words.
What's the last letter behind the L? Walk. What other words ended okay?
Peace between the children of
Milk.
Milk.
children of the gods.
Talk.
Talk be everlasting. Milk be everlasting would be cool. Unless you're lactose intolerant.
Are we sure it's not the Incredible Hulk? The everlasting.
Hulk be everlasting.
They are titans.
They are. Yeah. I don't know what that word
Folk.
is. Well, gives me something to think about. Folk.
The blank folk be everlasting.
I don't know what
Peace
the fee walk of the everlasting.
The fee folk. The fey folk. The fee folk.
I wish. Yeah. Okay. We're getting close, Morgan.
What was your guess? Did you get one?
No, you gave me the letter, so I couldn't guess.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Good round.
Very good. Let's see. Okay. So, continuing on, back to Albert. You guys are getting close. So, Carrie gets here.
Oh, sorry. I think I just got it. Hold on.
What is it?
Nothing. I'll tell you later when we're doing it next.
You better write this down or we're gonna forget.
Yeah. I got it.
So Carrie looks over and calls out as much as she can with her raspy voice. We found a door. Dwarven.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was writing something. You found a door. Did you open it?
Door. No. Wanted to tell you. See how to proceed.
What are our options since we can't all be crossing this?
No, we could try to brave it together, me and the cripple.
I don't know if that's wise considering the cripple part.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm right here.
I'm not.
He's not there. He can't hear.
I can't hear at all.
He can't hear us talking about him. I mean, if we think we can all walk together through this, I'll do my best to keep the fumes away, but it might be better.
Maybe you should leave the others behind. And you. Even you, and you could ride Killen and still do that, and Killen could jump over.
I was thinking that too, but...
Yeah, I was going to say, can I run fast enough?
Yeah, you could, you can clear it.
Could I get through it fast enough holding my breath to not need Osint?
You could try. You haven't really learned yet whether it's affects anything on the outside. Nobody's actually touched it yet. So you're just sort of been under the impression that maybe it's okay on skin. You're not sure.
Would they be okay if we left them in this section right here? Or would we have to take them all the way back?
There's sort of a fine mist here, but yeah, you think that it might be okay if they hugged like a little corner over here where there seems to be not a lot going on.
If I could see.
I'll zoom in.
Yeah, you think that they should be all right to leave them here.
Okay.
All right.
I say stay here. We'll be back.
All right. So as you climb onto Killen's back, hop over.
Hop, skip, and a jump and a run.
You guys go all the way over here. I gotta move my thing and come to this area.
Joke's on you. We needed a dwarf to open this door.
And you are here. And what do you do?
Are there any words on the door in Dwarvish, or is it just like a door with a dwarf on it?
Just the door with the dwarf. And
the dwarf door, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
The door.
The dwarf. Okay. I checked to see if it's open, if it's unlocked.
It opens, and immediately you see blades pointed at you, and a spell prepared in one hand as Amir is there next to Flies with the Raven.
I put up my hands and my wings.
Oh, good.
This is crazy because I can see this part on the map.
That is
Yeah,
weird.
it must be a resolution thing for the other one.
That room revealed, but I got nothing of that last cave we were in.
You found it.
Amir, it's good to see you.
It's good to see anyone at this
Flies
point.
with the Raven. Are you okay?
Yeah. We had some trouble out in the acid pit, but wait, where's everyone else?
Some are waiting
We
behind.
found-
Oh, you found them.
One died.
Ross looks to the moon.
Well, you knew it was potentially going to happen. All right. Well, we've been huddled up in here. We had to run through this stuff. Fortunately, Amir had some magic that could pulsate out and keep some of these fumes away from us on our way here. We found this place. It seems to be some kind of altar.
Did you find anything of interest here?
No, just an altar, some unlit braziers everywhere. We didn't want to mess with anything. This is obviously a tribute offering place, but we didn't know whether what would come if we offered tribute would be friend or foe. We didn't know if it was worth the risk with just the two of us. Plus, we don't know exactly how. I would assume lighting the torches, the braziers. It's the only clue I could muster out here.
I step in and I just take a quick look around to see if I notice anything, symbols, writing.
And that's how O sent that.
And yeah, so
I
you
may have to
look around.
summon something soon, so I'm looking for clues.
Fair.
You see that there's this is sort of a, not only is this clearly the most significant one of these things is down at the very bottom. There's an altar, but the rest of these are coffins,
Oh,
dwarf-sized.
Nope.
yeah, I don't get any closer. And I say to the others, let's get you out of here.
Right. So, as everybody gathers together and you manage to continue on out of this area. Sorry, I dropped you right in the acid.
Ah!
Grab everybody.
Do we not want to keep searching?
What are we searching for?
Oh yeah, there was
I don't
just
know.
another
Oh.
sort of
Nope.
pit place.
Nah,
over
we're
here.
out of here, dude. I'm done with this place.
Well, I can't walk, so I'm just following y'all.
You're coming along
You
with
can keep
us.
searching, but I'm leaving you for dead if you do.
It's like, you want to do me a favor?
You want to do me a favor? Keep searching.
I mean, I already tried to convince Killian
Close
to
the
leave me.
door.
Hey, I convinced Killian to leave me to save himself.
Kick him through the dwarf door
I've
and
yet to commit my greatest sin.
All right, you guys get back out here. Do you want to take the body of the what's left? Any fragments of the body of the splattered body
I mean,
of Looks
that
to the
thing
Moon?
exploded out of him, right? I don't think there's
Yeah,
much
it's
left.
basically
there-
it's basically bone and skin and innards and that kind of thing.
does Kiri
Nah.
think that he has a chance?
I think we know how this one left.
Got it. Later, looks to the moon.
All right, so you guys go back this way and whoop, come on. You find your way back to the cavern, back to the cave, inside with everybody.
I,
There you go. And what were you saying?
I set. I take Luminous and I kind of sit him where he can set up somewhere. And I say, as we had that long walk back, I had some time to think about your tablet. I think it might say, "Children of the gods, of the wee folk, be everlasting." It is drawing a comparison between the Titans and the wee folk.
Luminous, as you're examining that suggestion, you realize that is extremely likely to be it.
Man, got Osen coming on left field.
You realize there is just one singular word missing.
It's the hardest one.
Oh,
I don't understand.
my friend, you have returned. I am so happy to see you again. As your gargoyle
Titans
companion.
are elemental. Could it be wood titan?
Oh, you've been working on this, I see. Good. I've been having a lot of trouble with it myself. Well, I've been putting some things together. Would be a good guess if it were true, but it is not. You see, look. I have a theory. I don't think these things are just appearing from some disparate place out in the cosmos and coming specifically to this island, being brought from who knows where, scattered throughout space and time and whatnot. I have a new theory, considering that these things have approached the ground at such a rapid rate. Are you ready to hear it? You're never going to guess what I thought. Luminous? What's...
I'm just trying to think of what it could possibly be, so you can continue.
You've got a little dark behind the eyes. Anyway,
it's been a rough little time, but we good.
These things have... You described this thing in your backpack that you have with you being in the hand of something that fell out of the sky. A cloudstone. We believe it's Argean in nature, so it has to do with the silver giants, of course. The cloudstones are specifically made to go up into the sky and hold those citadels up. What if, in fact, this island is situated beneath a cloud giant citadel, and these things are falling from it?
I like your theory.
Well, that means that we need to do some research into the nature of silver giants altogether.
Indeed.
Perhaps we could even get some understanding of what this word is that evades us so. Look at how much you filled out here. I am going to look around and say that we did that together, of course.
No surprise there.
Osint feels rejected.
And I'm sure that
Luminous looks over to you and like knows that you helped and appreciates it.
Very good, very good. Well, anyway, he looks at Osint. Advisor, you should get that checked out. You seem to have a terrible kind of rash.
I quickly try to...
Spikes are growing out of your heart area.
try to cover it up.
Try to cover spikes that are coming out of everything.
Yeah.
Aspect of you.
So yes, I had a nasty run-in with something very, very unkind down there.
Well, I'm sure it wasn't half as bad as the run-in I had with some of these. This little goblin with her lute. Terrible, terrible bout of it. Anyway, I will continue my research now. So you guys are all here. Anything? We'll end here in a little bit, but anything you guys want to do?
Yeah, I'm going straight over to Wart Knuckle.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'll start with killing.
I mean, that's not a big deal. I was gonna ask if we should talk about maybe a plan to help each other with our current burdens.
Probably away from the others.
I assume you'll just pull me wherever we go. So
Right.
Yeah, so
We'll make you a chariot, my friend.
Can we get somebody here to craft him a little wheelchair?
commissioning a wheelchair.
If this doesn't work out, I 100% will be your chariot horse. No problem.
It's 2 characters in one. Yeah, so you guys separate from everybody. And
So it's...
the others agree to inform everyone else of the death.
So it seems we are in another predicament. I ask that we be very careful with the information that we have on one another.
Yeah, I don't think any of us wanted anyone to know, and I think that should stay between us.
Lumos nods his head as he looks at the ground.
I do not judge you for what either of you have done. You can see that mistakes were made by both of you, and in my situation, I had little choice if I wanted to remain living. So I hope you will forgive me as well.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do we do? So, did we just kind of have impressions of what we're supposed to do, or was there a
Yeah, it was like a strong impression,
kind
like a needle in your brain kind of impression. Like it was direct, and you all knew it, and you shared it.
So we know what each of us has to do, at least vaguely.
Right.
I don't know how to help Osint, but I throw out the idea for killing eyes. Like maybe we could do a knock knock. Like maybe I paralyze a knock knock, and then you can just leave it there to die.
I had a similar thought that we could get away from our friends and allies here and maybe exact a little justice from the evil things on this island.
Yeah.
Osint, what can we do to help you?
My situation is not so simple. I've been searching since we arrived for a way to even communicate with her.
Can I ask who she is? Don't feel pressured to answer, but if we're in this together.
He means to feel all the pressure.
Most know her as the Barbed Queen. She is an ancient being from long ago. She seeks power over all else. And I believe that she could rule this realm, given the right resources. She resides now in a realm that we cannot reach, but up until we arrived on the island, she was communicating with me quite regularly. I was tasked with finding powerful creatures that she can bend to her will.
Hey Morgan, with my knowledge of lore of titans and gods, would that name ring any bells for me or not?
Not specifically for either one of those things, but I'll let you do a straight D6 roll that's not assisted by anything to see.
Do you want me to roll as well, since I have some type of knowledge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm useless. I got it.
Well, that was a 1 again.
Apparently I know more than Killian.
I kind of explain how I got into the situation. I can't remember all the details at the moment.
I can help you out here if you need.
My king The it was the former king of Cryptus, or
there are many kings and queens across Cryptus, but it was a pretty significant one.
One of the rulers that I worked for as an advisor very long ago sent me, full well knowing I would not return, to find the Barbed Queen. And instead, when I arrived, she took pity on me and spared my life, with the caveat that my life would then from there forward be dedicated to whatever her will was. And since her will is power and taking the land for herself, that was what I was tasked to do, to help her at any means necessary. So I took this, knowing the mysteries, that there would be mysteries that here on the island that could possibly help her achieve her goals. The tree, the titan that, for instance, the Killen was trying to save, it would be very useful for her, especially since it can produce other entities of great power. I was going to try to use this to my advantage, the fact that you wanted to save it, and hopefully bring it to her one day for her use. And now I have to bring her here. And that could cause so many more problems for us. But it could also be advantageous, as she's not as powerful as she could be eventually. She could be overwhelmed by something here on the island, I could be freed, or she could chastise me to the point of death, and punishments to the point of death for bringing her here in her state. Either way, first steps would be to lift the fog to be able to communicate, I think. And then figure out a way to either bring her here or break the curse with some other sort of magic that we can find.
All right. Would
Luminous thinks to himself, man, Ocean's screwed. And does not feel, and is grateful that he only has to paralyze.
You mentioned breaking the curse with some other magic. I don't want to get you into another bad deal, but do you think some kind of blessing from Cassifia would help?
She is the ruler of only one part of this island. I don't know how powerful she can be if she hasn't already taken over. We can always try.
Cassifia is not actually the ruler. She's the handmaiden to the queen.
Yeah, she's the handmaiden to the queen, but you kind of got the impression that she was going to be essentially the manager of the area around the tree.
Yeah, the garden.
Best case scenario is that I do bring her here and tell her about the things that I found. And she takes over. She kills Cassithia, the queen, takes over the tree, and starts building an army of evil. And that's best case scenario, that she doesn't kill me and spares my life for the work that I've already done. Worst case scenario, she arrives, is strong enough to kill me and everybody else in our party, and she takes over anyway. Or she dies to one of the elements here on the islands. But either way, in that scenario, If she's unhappy and unpleased, I'm dead. Because I've risked her life by bringing her here.
No, we don't know much of this island. But it sounds like we could use some allies. But I don't know anything about this. I'll follow your lead, but it'd be easier to do if both me and Luminous could walk first.
Yes, it maybe not easier, but simpler to take care of your ailments first.
Feeling you're gonna do all the work, and I guess I'll just, I'll tear their Achilles tendons out of their legs or something. I don't know.
You'd crawl on the ground and cut them.
I'll grapple them to the ground, and you can bash their kneecaps in.
Shoot them with a fire. Shoot them with a fire blast.
Morgan, is there anything else I'm missing that they should know about the Warbed Queen?
Did you want to? Did you want to say anything specifically about the nature of the kind of realm she's in?
Yeah. I mean, I would tell them if I knew.
Okay.
And
essentially, Osen was sent to a kind of hell to do this, and this Barbed Queen is in her life before she was there, she was a manticore, a very powerful manticore queen. She is a manticore, and not in the same nature as Osen. She's a true manticore, the sort of leonine body kind, and she was defeated by a bunch of adventurers a long time ago and cast into a hellscape where she has somehow managed to adapt to, and she is now sort of an infernal manticore creature.
Gotcha.
So you guys do know that the person that you have here that does have understanding of infernal things is Mundor, the half troll.
And he was able to summon an infernal beast already.
Yeah, and if you wanted to share any information about your advisor, obviously the players know this, but the characters don't know that you have an advisor who is loyal to her.
Yeah, I thought about sharing that. I was gonna go talk to him first and see what he wanted to do as far as staying anonymous.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so you do have a few threads there, but in figuring out what you need to do, you have, about an hour or so has passed, so you have about 23 hours to figure out all these things. Do you guys want to interact with anybody in particular at this point?
I want my character the rest.
All right.
Because he needs he would like to get some of his skill points back.
Yeah. So you guys can do like so it takes about 8 hours in total of sleeping, getting all that to get all your skill points back.
Can I get drugged into that area that does it in half the time?
Yeah, that's true. So it would take 4 hours if you guys stay in that area, in the sanctuary.
Has Born of the Thunder finished his walk on the ancestral plane?
You can go talk to him if you want to. If you guys want to each talk to somebody else, I'll give you some split ups here.
I'm gonna go over to Wartnuckle and then
Luminous.
go first.
As you're sort of taking over there,
I'll just pet Mac, I guess.
Yeah, and on your way over there to help you out, I'm gonna say Mundor assists you. Takes you out about halfway.
Thank you, kind sir.
Oh, don't worry about it, mate. Listen, I know this is a terrible thing that's happening to all of you, I don't know all the specifics. I figured you're out there on your own talking to one another because you've got to figure some of this stuff out. If I know anything about deceit devils, then it's taken a toll on you. It is, I don't know the nature. Each one of their packs, the way that they enforce deals onto people is going to be completely different. They are as varied as you and I are. But it's always tragic every time. You need some help moving around for a little bit. Don't mind me. I'll help you out here.
Okay. You want to say anything to him or interact with him?
Luminous is in his feels right now.
You're just gonna go get some rest.
Yeah, Luminous is kind of depressed.
All right, so it'll only take 4 hours for you guys if you want to end up getting your skill points before you do anything. After in between, probably this one and the next episode, if you go into the sanctuary zone. All right. So I'll go ahead and go to Killen. So you find Born of the Thunder, who is sort of sitting there on a small little crate or something, as people have moved on from this area. He looks a little bit dejected as you approach him. He looks up at you and says, "I knew you would make it back. I'm glad that you brought almost everybody back, but you did good. A deed worthy of a champion. Congratulations on that."
Thank you, but I'm questioning whether I'm deserving of the champion title.
That sounds like you're experiencing some of the dread this place put me under too. What's going on?
We were faced with a creature called a deceit demon.
Never heard of that.
And it brought out of me the secrets I've been keeping for a long time.
Huh. Interesting.
From that day that we left.
That's really interesting.
And not only have I had to relive that moment and bring that moment into the light, I'm now cursed by that moment. And if I don't do it again, I will be crippled forever.
Born of the Thunder looks at you, looks around. His eyes start back up to yours. He holds his gaze there for a moment. I finished talking to my ancestor spirit, which isn't the same as you talking to yours, because I was born from the lightning of a thunderbird's wings. But it gave me some time. It gave me a moment. It wasn't loving, but it was wise. And I think this might have been fated, you having that experience and me having mine. I had the impression that maybe I would be told that honesty is the way to move forward, to move past things, but that's what I was hoping, at least. That seemed the best case scenario. But what I was told, if I need to get my potency back, my ability to do the things that we all know that I have been capable of in the past, because they are suffering right now. I am out of balance internally. Forthrightness is not the path for me. It's penance. I have to suffer the fate that we put on others. And you have to suffer the fate of doing it again. I think I'm the one you have to leave behind.
I can't.
So you would understand that you would be doing the right thing within the wrong thing. This is not good for either of us. But what we did back then was not good for anyone. The souls of the dead have been screaming for justice, and we are now, only now, having the opportunity to do something about it. We both suffered internally, I know we have. We've talked about this. We have had drinks over this. We have tried to drink ourselves into a stupor over this. Praying that somehow we could have an opportunity to make things right without losing honor, but our honor was already lost. We've just not been paying attention to it. I don't know what this island is, how it does these things. But I think we're supposed to be here. I think this is fate for us. I must suffer my penance, and so must you.
All right. Well, then you should come with us.
I will. Don't tell me anything. I can't expect it. I don't want to. Tell me no detail. All right. All right, so as you prepare yourself for the nature of everything that's going to happen, you think about that as you start to get some rest and preparation. Osint, you find Wart Knuckle. She has a big smile on her face. She says, "Hey, back again, and not too shabby, but what is going on with your chest?"
It's good to see that you're in a good mood, Wart Knuckle.
Oh yeah, well, you share me your good news and I'll share you mine.
I'm afraid good news is not what I bring today. We had a run-in with a deceit devil. My terms are, we have to bring her here.
A deceit devil, that's impressive. All right. Do you get a name? I mean, not a true name, obviously. That wouldn't be too good, but anyway, yeah, you gotta bring her here. Yeah, right, obviously. It's part of one of the plans that we potentially had.
It's been accelerated quite a bit.
Oh yeah?
We have probably 23 hours before this consumes me fully.
You're gonna like my news.
Please share.
So I've been thinking. We need, first off, it's an absolute amazing thing. I'd call it a godsend, but we know that's not exactly what's happening here. So, that dwarf that came through that portal has the capacity to alter magic to other purposes.
Yes.
I know you were talking about doing that thing with the mist and all that. Forget that. We don't need to communicate with her and figure all that out if we can just bypass the need for that and just bring her directly here. I've been thinking about this. You've got that dwarf, Mundo. I figured out why he was able to summon a pit monster. I've been thinking about it. I've been deliberating on it. I've been meditating on it. The only other people I've ever seen who are able to do that within an interdimensional space, I don't think that's what this island is, but it kind of operates like it. People that have an infernal motor. I think he's carrying a second heart. I think he's got a second one right there in his chest. And it has, I don't know all the science behind the magic, but harmonium, not only from Harmonia, this metal can be used for extreme heat. It's extremely flexible, malleable, it can block out certain kinds of magic from working. And I think that whatever kind of magic is blocking him out from portaling stuff out here from an infernal place, it's just not affected. We use Thimin, and we use Mundor. And we force them to do this little ritual I've concocted. I think we could get her here. I mean, they're both going to die, of course, but we can get her here.
It sounds like you've thought about this a lot.
Oh, yeah. The music just makes the wheels turn.
Sacrificing 2 for the many.
And for the one, I mean, you just said you're gonna get this is accelerated because it was a deceit demon, so if you don't do what he says, sorry, deceit devil, you don't do what it says, I assume that you're dead.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, so let's figure out how to get them out on our own, bring them out here, say we got something to show you, whatever it is. I can take care of the rest.
Convincing them to do the ritual, not knowing what they're doing, may be the tricky part.
Yeah, well, fortunately, I've been in her service a little bit longer and I've learned some of the tricks. Domination is the key, right?
I've made Killen and Luminous aware. They share in the curse.
Ah, yeah. No, that's tricky. Do we need to get rid of them too?
I don't believe so. Would rather spill less blood in this altercation as possible.
Yeah, I guess for long term, it's alright. The blood will come. We don't need it right away. After all, she's gonna need bodies.
Exactly.
Secret bad guy. My headphones died and I missed like the last 45 seconds. Why is this in a secret bad guy?
Oh no.
So Wartknuckle or Gibjalo has found a way to get Thimin and what's his name? Mundor to possibly summon the Barbed Queen unknowingly. And I told him that you guys know about the Barbed Queen, and Wartknuckle asked if we needed to get rid of you as well, and I said no. Not right now.
No, you said I don't think so.
You kind of play in two sides, so he has to be pretty careful with those things.
Osin's unsure of whose side he's on right now because he might die, and you guys have been helping him, and he doesn't really want to kill you. But Wartknuckle is still very, very much evil. So
I love this episode so much. This is. Oh.
You like the ones where you break our hearts. You're evil.
Luminous has been depressed for 4 hours now.
All right. Well, here's the thing. We don't need to worry about them right now. We have to get, especially if we got to do this within the next 24 hours. Let's just mark it down to 20. Let's get it done well before that. We get Mundor and the dwarf out further in the cave, and then I take care of the rest. You just be there, just emotional support in case I need something goes wrong.
What do you think happens when she arrives and we don't have anything for her?
What do you mean we don't have anything for her? We're getting her out of the hells. Yeah, she's not necessarily in her normal state when she's here, especially right at the beginning. She's gonna be weakened, obviously, but we've been prepared for that. She'll be powerful, but just not as powerful as she's gonna get.
I think it's our best and only option. It's certainly mine.
Yeah. So, do that. She comes through the portal. Then she lauds us with praises for getting there. And we should be all set. I mean, this is basically a foolproof plan. I mean, when's the last time we ever had to do anything that only involved 2 deaths anyway? It's like child's play at this point. Probably a baby could do this.
I admire your confidence. Let's lay low for a while. Get our strength
you look like
back.
you should get some rest, by the way. Like, you need to, I didn't want to say anything because, you know, you're my employer and all, officially. But, I don't know. You smell like you got spat out by some kind of creature, and you covered in sweat and grime, and honestly, it's noxious. So I think you should probably take a bath when you get a chance to.
I'll take that under advisement. Thank you, Ward Knuckle.
Yeah. All right.
And I go also kind of lay in the circle.
All right. There are some cots that have been set out for this. You notice as you're laying there that the ivy wall is no longer over in that spot that it was before. And
the one below?
Yeah, that was down below. And they've stacked some boxes in that area again instead. And yeah, so just something you notice. And Killen, as you're aware, you knew that ivy wall was there, but you actually didn't know where that came from because you weren't the one that put it up. That was the other Killen.
Oh shoot, was it?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I didn't find this cave with y'all.
Correct.
Yeah, you weren't here.
And somebody says, somebody near you, Iraj says, it was a very strange thing that it was just maybe about an hour ago that, maybe 30 minutes ago or so, that wall just disappeared.
Hey, Luminous. I know whose legs you can break.
Does that mean it's day outside now?
You guys have had more than a day in the cave at this point.
Okay.
So actually at this point it still should be daylight outside based on the time.
Just trying to figure out why it disappeared, if he went away or it just wore off.
Or he took it down.
Yeah.
So how does that work? How does my doppelganger have my toys?
Indeed.
Do I not have my toys?
You do have your toys.
Because I haven't actually used them since I came back.
You have. You've run fast and you haven't used some of those, and you used your armor.
Yeah. What?
But so can he.
Alright. We're gonna go kill a doppelganger real quick. Or maim a doppelganger.
Alright. Well, we're gonna start winding it down here. Is there anything else before you guys start getting your sleep and we cut for the night that you guys want to do?
I feel like as Osen's trying to sleep, he's just tossing and turning with the decisions he's gonna have to make.
All right.
Luminous is out like a light.
As you fall asleep, your fire just
your hair dims.
Your hair is your nightlight. All right. So very good, very well done, guys. You have a few things bookkeeping things here. Let me see. Yeah, so we're getting some XP. Let me.
Huzzah!
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 And we are taking a full rest, correct?
Yeah, you'll be able to benefit from a full rest.
Wasting that precious time we have.
Only 4 hours instead of 8.
So I
True.
think you guys are at 94 experience
Correct.
points each.
Yeah.
That's what I have.
Yeah.
Wait, where's Killian? I don't see him in the circle.
Let me calculate.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Am I just blind? Oh, I'm definitely just blind. You're literally right next to me.
Right beside you, bud.
Nice. You can
Man,
all
Harris,
get-
I'm so blind.
You're snuggling.
You guys had a really partially for all the advancement on the puzzle, and partially for the really well done role playing you guys did tonight. You're all gonna get 35 XP.
Nice.
Quick maths. What's that?
90. Let's see.
129?
Yeah, that sounds right. Well done.
Sweet.
Enjoyed this quite a bit. All right.
Yeah, that was a good
you
one.
You guys did awesome jobs with your emotional role play.
Thanks.
Yeah,
That was fun.
this was a good one. I tried to focus more on discovery questions as well. I'm trying to incorporate those more since that's such a core part of the way that I'm developing the game. And if it weren't for just a lack of time in general right now, I'd have a lot more of the updated rule set done. But it's probably going to be a while before we see that, because it's quite an overhaul. Sort of everything in the spirit of everything that's here, but a lot more mechanical differences for simplicity and ease of access and easing the burden on players and storyteller alike. But yeah, well done, everybody.
Good game,
I
guys.
look forward to next time.
No, thanks, Morgan.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.